Sure. I thought once again that our bye week comes at a great time. Always easier to stomach a couple weeks away from playing with a win, and for us to win on senior night, which by the way that's the earliest senior night I've ever been a part of, or that early in November. For our seniors, that was a big deal. It was also a big deal for our fans. And former students and current students, just because of the renovation of Kyle Field. And I was wrong last week when I said it begins on Monday. Anybody who's seen the pictures in our construction cam, that started Saturday night about 10:30. And so there's a lot of excitement still here. The bye week comes at a great time for us because, like everybody else, we're a little beat up right now. We'll take this week to catch our breath, get healthy. We've still got two really, really important football games to play with facing two quality opponents in LSU and Missouri on the road. So we'll catch up on our academics, catch up on our health, begin work on LSU, and try to get re-energized for the last two games of this season, which are going to have all kinds of implications for our league and for this football team.
Questions for Coach? Please press star one, and we'll begin with Edward Ashoff of ESPN.com.
Hey, Kevin, I was just wondering, you guys had some early success in recruiting when you first got to Texas A&M, but what were some of the biggest hurdles that you had to overcome taking over a new program?
Anytime you take over a new program, there's always going to be hurdles that you think are there, and some are perception and some aren't. And I think, there was, right or wrong, there was a perception out there about Texas A&M that being a little bit different than what we wanted to portray, or maybe what the truth was, and we approached that from a marketing standpoint to get out our story about who we really are and what we were about and the direction we were headed. So, to me, the biggest hurdle was to make sure that the story that we were telling, or the story that was out there about Texas A&M, was an accurate one, and it was being told by us and not by people who didn't know anything about us.
Did you find yourself having to talk about that a lot during your first couple of months on the recruiting trail?
Sure.
Was it tough at all for you guys?
Sure it is. It's still tough. It's when you start talking about the best players in the country with the choices that they have, it's people act like all of a sudden we've arrived. We're nowhere near that. What we've done is tried to create a culture that is extremely competitive on the field, and is just as competitive in recruiting. And because of that, when you're talking about high-level, high-caliber student athletes that have choices to go wherever they want, that's always going to be tough.
Thanks.
Next we have Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
Good.
Hey, what did you think of Prescott's performance last week against you guys, especially considering the circumstances, just losing his mom?
I thought it was an unbelievably gutty performance. I'd said before that, it's something I've never been through. When you lose a parent at that young of age, that's a really, really difficult situation. And come on the road and play the way he played, I could see that coming once he went into the game, because he played well the week before, a couple weeks before. He's just getting better. Big, strong, physical guy, and made the throws when he had to. He's a very, very talented player with his best days ahead of him, and that's scary.
What about his running ability? What is it makes him such a good dual threat guy?
No, he's big. He's a big, strong guy.